Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here, Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing our weekly good and bad video for this week. This one, we're going to be doing the good and bad of Eugene Porter from The Walking Dead. Okay guys, this is going to be doing another good and bad video for today. This one we're going to be doing the good and bad of Eugene from The Walking Dead. Now, I want to say a huge thank you to Frowny McTwoKnives for suggesting this video over on Instagram. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Absolutely amazing idea. Eugene is one of the best characters The Walking Dead has in the show right now, I would have to say. And obviously, he has survived 6 seasons in The Walking Dead, which is insane. So, and I would have never guessed that a character like him would have survived this long. So, there is that as well. But just before we get into this video, I do want to also let you guys know about something. I shared it on Instagram as well earlier today, but it sounds like Fear the Walking Dead, the Season 6 premiere, and it sounds like every week for Fear the Walking Dead, they're going to release the episodes instead of on Friday nights, 48 hours earlier on AMC Plus like they usually would. They're going to do it on Sunday mornings for some reason, for every week of Fear the Walking Dead. And I'm just like, but that's the same day it airs on like, for everybody. So I'm just like, why would you do that? I just don't understand that. So, that means that I'm gonna have to literally try to, like, watch the episode as quick as I can, you know, early on Sundays, do my review, and try to post that for, that same night. So, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to review Fear every, you know, Sunday like I planned. It may have to get pushed to Mondays for my Fear reviews. It just depends. I'll have to see what I can do, but definitely it sounds like Fear is going to be releasing a little later than it usually would, 48 hours early. It sounds like Fear, and that's why a lot of people have been wondering where the Fear episode is. It's because they haven't even released it yet. It's going to be on Sundays, so on Sunday morning. I don't know why they're doing that. It kind of makes AMC Plus not that special if they're only releasing it just like a few hours before the actual release. At least when it was 48 hours before, it would feel more like, I don't know. That's just weird to me. So, if you didn't know that, that is why Fear the Walking Dead, the season premiere, hasn't released yet. I have not seen it yet. I've seen World Beyond. I have my review ready for World Beyond this week, but I have not seen Fear the Walking Dead at the time of watching this. I'm dying to see it, but I'm just like, we have to wait, so I don't know. That's crazy. So anyway, let's get into this video, though. So Eugene is introduced in Season 4, Episode 10 at the very, very end, Inmates, and of course is still alive right now in Season 10, Episode 16, A Certain Doom. So, yeah, now, obviously, the whole thing with him with the cure at the beginning, is it a good idea to lie? Is it a good idea to... No, it's not. It's false hope, and it's a dumb decision on Eugene's part. I have to say it really is. Now, when they find out that he's lying, and when he tells them he's lying, it's almost like a too late type of thing. Like, it's like you really should have said something sooner, or just never told this lie at all. However, I still see Eugene's perspective a little bit, because Abraham was going to kill himself in that flashback if he didn't tell him about this mission. So, there's different sides to it, but in the end, I still think it's a bad decision that Eugene lied about Washington. Absolutely. So, they make it to Alexandria. Obviously, we have Eugene that is a part of Alexandria. We have him that's, you know, in the community. I think he takes, like, some kind of, like guard type thing or something at some point. It's because I remember he said, like, it's Holly's shift or whatever, and there's still no Holly or something like that. And I like on the TV show that they have Eugene mention Holly a bunch of times, but she, like, doesn't do anything. I just find that kind of funny. But Eugene definitely is a hero, though, when they get to Alexandria, because when Tara gets injured, he gets her out of there, which I think is really, really good on that, you know, supply run that they had with Glenn, Noah, and the others. And when Tara is, you know, hurt, Eugene saves her life, and he gets her out of there. And not only that, but when they're stuck in the revolving doors, I really like as well, too, how Eugene leads those walkers away in the van with the music on. He's like, hey, come get me. Like, Eugene in that episode was really awesome. And all of those things, I think, are amazing decisions from Eugene's character. Now, really cool. So, we get to see in Season 6, I'm trying to remember what Eugene did in Season 6, because it doesn't seem to me like he did all that much. He obviously was a part of it. He obviously fought the walkers in No Way Out, so that's definitely a part to kind of remember, is that Eugene did fight the walkers in No Way Out. Even him and some of the weaker Alexandrians, they all went out there and they fought the walkers, and that's why No Way Out's like one of the best episodes ever, is because even people like Eugene and like Olivia that don't really know how to like fight walkers, even they went out there and fought the walkers. walkers. No Way Out was absolutely amazing. And even for Eugene's character, and, you know, Eugene's like, you know, this is a story people are going to tell. Absolutely, you know? That's just crazy. I find people don't talk about that scene enough, you know, honestly. That scene was just incredible. So, basically, we get to see Eugene and Abraham. Obviously, they go out there, they have a bit of a disagreement, but they want to start making bullets, obviously. They think that they've beaten the Saviors, even though, you know, we clearly know that they, you know, they haven't. But I really like, you know, this whole thing with Dwight. Now, obviously, we have the death of Denise, and we have Eugene that basically tries to rat out Abraham, and he, yeah, he bites Dwight on the you-know-what. And it's, you know, yeah, I don't know. That was just, oh, man. So, I mean, interesting, you know, diversion, I guess, but at the same time, like, man, Eugene, like, honestly, you gotta give him credit, you know, he, man, he had guts to do that one. So, yeah, obviously, that, you know, kind of weakens the Saviors a little bit, it kind of catches them off guard a little bit, and, yeah, Eugene definitely is, pretty crazy for that one. So, basically, we get to see them driving the RV, they're trying to get Maggie to, you know, to Hilltop, and I really like Eugene in this episode, because he becomes a hero, he volunteers himself to drive the RV out so the others can get to Hilltop and away from the Saviors. That is one of the most heroic moments Eugene ever had. And just that, the music they used in that scene when he's driving away in that RV and the rest are leading Maggie into the woods and stuff, and I love that scene. I love that scene so much. Even Eugene even smiles because he feels like he's important, you know, finally. And man, that scene still makes me sad to this day, too. That goodbye scene between him and Abraham in that episode. Man, I mean, really, really sad. So, obviously, Eugene gets caught. They're, you know, forced to line up, and they're forced to work with the Saviors after the death of Abraham and Glenn. Now, obviously, Abraham's death, we didn't see how much it affected Eugene, I noticed, but it's still, we can tell, you know, it really, really hurt Eugene for sure, because Abraham was, like, one of his best friends. Now, we get to see, well, at least most times, you know, but we can't forget when he knocked him out and he slammed his head right on the, you know, the road. So, but anyway, so I still can't with that scene. But anyway, basically, we get to see Eugene, in season 7. He's trying, you know, to be, you know, kind of, you know, reasonable to the Saviors. I'm doing my part to give them what they want. And then you got Rosita that's like, make me a bullet. And it's like, oh, great. Of course you want him to make you a bullet. So basically, he's forced into it, and then he's taken as a result of Rosita's stupidity in Season 7. And I love Rosita. Do not get me wrong. I think Rosita's a great character. But in that scene, when she tried to kill Negan, I can't see, as Gabriel would say to Dante in Season 10, I can't see an ideology behind that. I can't, you know? I can't see why Rosita would do that. It's stupid. It's reckless. And then Eugene takes the blame. Yeah, she gets a cut on the face. But he's the one that's taken. He's the one that goes to Sanctuary. And just when you think it's a bad thing, then we get to one of Eugene's you know, worst decisions ever to you know, join the Saviors. Now, at first I can see Eugene's perspective because Negan treated Eugene better than Rick's group ever did. I'm sorry, but it is true. Negan valued Eugene. And Rick and the others, they kind of didn't. Like, some of them respected Eugene, but not many of them. A lot of them just didn't care because he was the one that lied, you know? But at least at the Sanctuary, Negan saw value in Eugene. Even though you could say, people could come to me and say, like, Dan, no, I think Negan was just messing with him. No, Negan saw him as a resource. I firmly believe that Negan saw Eugene as a resource. And I think that, honestly, Eugene accepting to be part of Negan's group, it is justified to a degree, I would say. But then after a while in Season 8, when he's like, really like, he's getting up in Gabriel's face and he's like, no, the answer is no, and I'm gonna do this and stuff, and he's gonna rat out Dwight and stuff, that's when I was like, okay, Eugene, no, like, I can't respect you anymore, that's terrible, you know? Absolutely. So throughout Season 8, Eugene basically is kind of struggling back and forth whether or not to do the right thing. He should have done the right thing, and at the end of the season, he does. He, you know, he makes the bullets that, you know, basically, you know, kill a good bunch of the Saviors and injure some as well and all that kind of stuff. And the bullets at the end of Season 8 definitely helped our survivors in All Out War. So, good decision from Eugene on that part. Now, in Season 9, we get to see him a lot tougher. He is knowing how to kill walkers, he's helping Rick fix the bridge and all that kind of stuff, and then we get the bigger time skip where we actually see him killing walkers all the time and stuff like that as they're taking Magnus Group in, and I thought it was really, really cool. Now, we get to see that obviously he wants to be with Rosita, but Rosita's with Gabriel, so you get the beginning of that whole drama. Sadiq is kind of involved here as well. I'm just like, man, this is just, it's too much, man. Like, too many guys are going after Rosita in this show, but, anyway, so basically, they, you know, are trying to go out there I remember they go up in that, like, water tower or whatever, and basically, Eugene hurts his leg, so they're not going too quick, because Eugene's leg is, kind of hurt after that fall from the water tower and stuff, because he's trying to get down quickly and stuff, but to make a long story short, basically, Eugene and Rosita, you know, discover the Whispers for the first time. So she decides to leave him in a barn for his own safety, and she's still, like, hearing all these voices, and she's just, like, terrified. But basically, they have to go out there, and they find Eugene, and good thing is, they find Eugene, he's alive, but I mean, you're telling me that Eugene spent, like, a whole day, maybe two, hiding in that, like little barn, but, like, you can't see anything? Man, if he did, that is, like, crazy, because, I don't know, Eugene hiding in the, you know, the barn like that, that's just crazy to me. But basically, yeah, so we get the Whisperer's introduction. The main focus we see with Eugene is this whole baby thing with Rosita. He wants to be with her, Gabriel's with her, Sadiq is the father. It's just this big mess. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So Eugene doesn't get too much time for the remainder of the season, but you know, he's there. And then in season 10, he's helping out a lot with the baby. Now, obviously, Rosita tells Eugene, I taught you how to fight, and you and I are never going to happen. And Eugene basically decides, maybe I should go to Hilltop for a while, that type of thing. So, good decision, bad decision, whatever. Yeah, I mean, honestly, what am I supposed to say about this whole situation with Rosita and these, like, many guys that she has? So, I don't know. But anyway, so basically, he starts to talk to Stephanie on the radio. Now, letting his guard down when it comes to Stephanie, bad decision. I'm sorry. I know that Stephanie probably is a good person, but I would not let my guard down on a random voice on a radio. I would not say, like, all this stuff. Virginia. I'm in Virginia. And I'm just like, no, like, just, dude, shut up. Like, it's like, you know, I know that if you read the comics, you know that they're probably good people, but be careful, Eugene. Seriously, like, you don't know what this woman could be capable of. We all know what happened to that character Jack in Fear the Walking Dead in season 2. He turned out to be a complete idiot, and he sounded so, like, nice on the radio, and it's like, you know, come on, Alicia. And I'm gonna say the same thing to Eugene. Like, be careful when you're talking to a random person on a radio like that, especially if they're, like, nearby-ish, too. Definitely be careful, you know, because you could meet them at some point, and, you know, yeah, I don't know, and we know how that worked out in Fear the Walking Dead, so, I don't know, interesting. So, basically, he's got a date. He has this time to meet. We have the Whisper War that plays through. He fights during the Hilltop Fire, so that's another good decision from Eugene. And they set up this time to meet. Ezekiel and Yumiko go with him, and they meet the princess. Now, Eugene, he kind of trusts the princess, but he kind of, like, it took him time. Ezekiel, I feel like, saw good in her right away, and Yumiko did not trust her at all until, like, the very end of episode 15. So, basically, they take the bikes, Eugene crashes, and Ezekiel says, like, no, we're not turning back. And I don't like how Eugene was so, like, you know, wanting to give up at that point, but I get it. You know, it's a hard travel, so definitely that is what it is. But I really like Eugene in the season 10 finale when he says that, like, we're not turning back. We went this whole way here. We're not going to do the, you know, we're not just going to go back, you know, and not meet anybody, you know. Damn, you are one horny dude. So, that from the princess I thought was a great line as well. And Eugene's just like, I mean, yeah, but, you know, I mean, Rosita, I guess, is not happening, so I'm going to try it with this Stephanie one. So, yeah, anyway, so basically the lights come on, and Eugene looks just as terrified, maybe not as much, but almost just as terrified as when Negan showed up at the end of season 10. That face, though, when he's just like this, like, oh my goodness, man. I don't know, that's hilarious to me. So, basically, overall, Eugene, the stuff with him at the Sanctuary, no. The lies from Washington, no. Saving Tara was awesome, though. Definitely helping our characters, you know, build the bridge and stuff like that was definitely a good good as well. And definitely a few other things here and there were good from him. But yeah, he's definitely very smart, so he's very good for the group. And because of him, we're about to see the Commonwealth. So definitely very, very cool stuff overall. So that is Eugene's character overall. Thank you very much from Ferrani McTwoKnives for suggesting this video. Eugene, we'll have to see if he survives to the end of the series. I'm going to say he will, but yeah, I mean, I guess time will tell. But I'm almost like 99.9% guaranteeing he's going to survive just like in the comics. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dance Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?